What's this? 5 simple reasons you're missing out. Beginner's Guide to Vigor. Rob! Yeah? Rob, can I be in this video? No, you cannot be in the video. Come on, you never let me. Well, I'm going to get myself in this video anyway. There is quite a lot to Vigor. There's a lot to pick up, a lot to master, and a lot to understand before you get into the game. So we're going to go through 5 reasons you need to play Vigor, and also a little beginner's guide from a beginner of what I've learned in the last couple of weeks on how to play effectively. Reason number 1, the shelter. So you start off outside your shelter. Shelter is something that you need to upgrade. Upgrading it gives you many benefits. One of the main benefits is that you can craft weapons. The more you upgrade your crafting table, the more bigger and better weapons you can upgrade. I'm going to show you the crafting table now. So we're on our crafting table at the moment. Mine's currently at level 5, so I need to upgrade a lot more on that. But again, the more you upgrade your shelter, it looks more visually pleasing. Here are the upgrades that you can do. So it's looking pretty swifty. One thing to keep in mind when you are upgrading is the order in which you do upgrade. So materials, they are very useful, and you need those to craft your weapons. So once you've got the blueprint for a weapon, you need to use materials to actually craft it. So start off by upgrading your log, and then your little herb pots. You can then upgrade all the little rat traps, the plant pot, which generates food. So we've got a little bit of food there. I'll show you what you need to do with that in a second. And the food's useful, but it's not the most useful thing to progress in the game, really. Here's the log we're talking about. Put a little bit in there. A little bit more. So with the food, go to this little drop off. You donate your food here. So what that does, the more food you drop off, the higher level of crate you get. And the higher level of crates you can unlock, which then gives you lots of nice little things inside, which I will show you later on. So with the crates, there are multiple ways to get crates, and again I'll show you that in a moment. Go through to our menu, and here are the crates. So you can get crates by doing eliminations, by doing shootouts, by collecting the airdrops in the encounters, and just randomly by upgrading and going through the battle pass. So we're gonna open one of these crates just so you can see what it looks like. Excellent. So we've got wire, which is one of the parts you need in order to upgrade your shelter. We've got a nice bit of ammo, and we've got a crafting plan for the M2 carbine. Again, you need to make sure your crafting table is up to that level in order to craft that gun. That was quite a successful little opening. We're going to do the elimination crate as well. See what we get in here. Okay, so we've got some chemicals, which is again another thing you need in order to upgrade your shelter, upgrade parts to benefit your gameplay when you're going through encounters, elimination. So we've also got here your outfits. Like with most games, you can upgrade your character, get better cosmetics. So as you go through the game, you unlock cosmetics as well, and also buy some bits and bobs. This is the shop. So yeah, you can buy cosmetics for your character. Got little gestures as well. And then there's also the opportunity to upgrade your character, get clothes, everything else in the battle pass. And if you're going to be doing the battle pass, I would suggest you get the starter pack. That gives you 650 coins in order to get the battle pass. And for £8.39, that isn't bad at all. So it's definitely worth doing if you're going to be looking to get into Vigor. That's certainly what I did, and I have not regretted it at all. Before I forget, as you're going through the encounters, you get little collectibles. You can find trolls, you can find lighters, and the music you can just randomly find through the encounters, which gives it a nice little touch to the game. So there's other things you can do whilst you're looting, shooting, and all the good stuff. Reason number 2, the shooting range. The shooting range is a great place to hone your skills with each and every weapon. Here's a list of weapons that you have unlocked. So you either unlock them by picking them up whilst you go on encounters, or crafting them on your crafting table. Once you've unlocked them, you do little challenges. So you can either get bronze, silver, or gold in these challenges depending on how well and quickly you do. It's just a great place to test the weapons out, see which ones you like, see which ones you're good at. You can also test the recoil of them, and also the reloading speed, and everything as you might need as you go out into the encounters, and also playing the eliminations. Okay, so we've got bronze, so me work on that gun. But what's more, what you can do is you can just run around the field with the shooting range. You can try ducking, crouching, again seeing how it adjusts with the aim of the weapon, and you can just run around and have a good time. So it's a nice little addition to the game, just so you can get used to the weapons and which ones you actually enjoy using and which ones you're actually good at. Also, one thing to mention with the scarecrows, they actually have the same health as other outlanders you might come across. So it's good to practice on those to see how many hits it takes to knock one of the scarecrows down, and in turn how long it takes to kill an outlander, and at which distance you need to be in order to make that hit actually count. So again, it's a useful tool to have. Reason number 3, play the game your way. You've got encounter. Again, that's where you go around looting, shooting, and trying to be sneaky as you can, run around as much as you want, try and kill everyone. But encounters are the way that you get your consumables and bits and bobs that you need. It'll also upgrade your shelter, so these are very useful to do. Then you've also got elimination. That's just a 5 versus 5 deathmatch basically, or objective where you need to capture the flag. They're always good fun, and with the eliminations, if you win, you get an elimination crate, which again benefits you in the game as well. Shootout, now that's just a free-for-all where you just run around shooting everyone, trying to get the most kills. And if you become number 1, you then also get a shootout crate, which is again also very useful to help you upgrade your shelter. Now, as you see at the bottom there, you have no weapons in your loadout. Careful out there. Before we do that, we will get me a little weapon. Okay, that'll do. Let's start an encounter. So as you go into an encounter, this is the screen that you see first. You've got some options. You've got more loot. That just increases the loot that you pick up, and that costs 30 crowns. You've then also got better crate, and that increases the level of the crate that you'll pick up from the airdrop if you go for it, 30 crowns again. And insurance for 60 crowns, that ensures that you keep your loadout, so your guns, if you do die. So in this one, we're just going to be running around looting what we can to take back to our shelter. I can then use that loot to improve the shelter and progress more in the game. You've got certain bits as well, so you've got comm stations. With those, you can mess around with the airdrops. You can booby trap it, you can move it, you can do lots of things with the comm station. You've got signals detectors. That makes the other outlanders show up on the map. And you've also got Disruptive Tower, and that takes any markers off other Outlander maps that are actually in range of that disruptor. There are lots of different things you can go for. There's locked safes you can try and unlock, which gives you a lot of loot, so it's definitely worth going for if you think you'll survive. My turn now. Sorry to interrupt. No, I'm not sorry. I've got a Johnny tip of the day for you. If there's an airdrop and it's next to an exit, you might want to consider moving that airdrop location somewhere else, further away from an exit. Reason being, you might find someone like me there sitting at that exit, waiting for you to run by so I can kill you and take your airdrop loot. I'm not proud of it, but it's simple. It's an easy way to get stuff with minimum effort. Remember, move that airdrop. You might find someone like this guy.
Hey!
Use the comm station to change the drop zone.
As mentioned before, you can pick up guns from encounters. So you get these weapon crates, which you can pick up, so you can either get weapon parts, ammo, or take the gun itself. So sometimes it's actually good just to go in with one weapon, find one of those weapon crates, and you're laughing. And these phones are fun. If someone else rings a phone, you can pick it up at the other side. What that'll do is that'll mark you both on the map, so you can see where each other are. But on this one I thought I'll just pick it up and run away. They may well come after me thinking I'm there, but I'm actually just going to leave the game. But if you escape successfully, or someone doesn't pick up the phone, you get XP, so sometimes it is worth doing. Eliminations now. The point of eliminations is to eliminate the other team or capture the objective in the middle. And it's the first to 5. If you win all 5 games, you win the elimination and you get an elimination crate. So here's a little bit of the gameplay of eliminations. Reason number 4 is visually stunning. And the game is just visually stunning. And look at that. The way they've done it is really gives credit to the game. Just looks incredible. Reason number 5, you never know what you're going to be going into. One encounter you could see no one, the next encounter you could see everyone, one encounter you could come away with nothing, and another encounter you can come away with everything. In fact, far too much that you can not carry it all. That's another thing which makes VIGOR an amazing game to play, because you just don't know what you're going to be getting into. I love it. My points. So you really can just play it your way, decide how you want to play each game. It's just amazing. So I've been playing VIGOR for about a month and a half, and to say the game is easy is not true. There's lots of different ways that you can play it. If you're playing an encounter, you then need to decide whether you want to be sneaky, where you want to go in and try and get as many eliminations as you can, or just go in for the airdrop and get out. There's so many different ways. But if someone else is being sneaky, you might bump into each other being sneaky. So you've just got to be careful. You've got to look everywhere. People can hide anywhere, in bushes, trees, windows, doorways. So it's not easy. In theory it's easy, but the gameplay is not easy. It's a very tactical, very stealthy, very positional game, which I learned very quickly while playing. One of the questions I had when I first started playing VIGOR was aim assist. Is it good? Should I use it? My personal answer is no. As soon as you can, turn that aim assist off, because it seems to just get in the way. It seems to lock on at random moments that you just don't want it to lock on. So I would say turn aim assist off in order for you to get a more enjoyable time out of VIGOR. Which then leads me nicely on to some other bad points about VIGOR. Hitboxes. The hitboxes seem so off. You could be aiming your crosshair directly on someone and doesn't hit at all. You could be slightly to the left and you can hit them. It just seems very off. And another quick tip actually, before we move on, you can shoot people through doors. Wooden doors, shoot them. Give it all you got. You might hit them. Another thing which lets the game down very slightly, as I mentioned, aim assist, is not the best. There's no point having it. And also the movement in the game, it's definitely one to get used to. Very much like Call of Duty, you do all these fancy amazing things, but you can't get up a rock. Or you might just get stuck behind a little stone this big. Feels a little bit clunky, but that's something that you definitely need to get used to in order to get around the map effectively. Fighting, you need to know how to move, duck, lie down, and all of that jazz. So movement's critical. But again, it's something that for me lets the game down ever so slightly. And one other thing that lets the game down again ever so slightly, but it's also a good thing, is the switching between weapons. It feels very slow. You could take a shot, your guy automatically reloads. You cannot change your gun until that reload has happened, so it can catch you out. But the reason it's a good thing is games like your Call of Duties, your Fortnites, your Apexes, where you can just switch your gun instantly. You could be using an assault rifle and so on, then quickly switch to your shotgun. That then does give it a more tactical feel to it, so you have to really plan what you're going to be doing. Do you take a sniper shot, get behind your rock, switch your gun, and do all of that? So it's a good point and a bad point. It's frustrating, but again, it's a good thing, but also a bad thing. So before I waffle on too much, we're going to give this game a little review. I'm going to give it 4.5 Rob thumbs up. Reason for the half, again is the aim assist and the movement, which lets it down slightly, and the switching of the weapons. It's frustrating, but it's good. So I couldn't give it a full 5. So 4.5 Rob thumbs up. It's pretty good going, Vigor. I just want to thank you all for dropping by the video, watching this far. Do remember to like, comment and subscribe on the video so you don't miss out on further content. So until then, take care, stay safe. See you soon.